on the count of three. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go! Talk to him.
Who stepped up in this rap game and seen acting fool?
Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill. Word.
I think it's time to move on to the next one.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. I just go in whenever I feel like it. Let the games go. Let the games begin.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, it's easy to make a case for them as the league's best team so far this season. All you have to do is look at their record, a perfect 9-0. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge and all that he's been able to do in his career. While he might not be the best power forward in the game, he's certainly top 3. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, on certain nights, he's the best. You know, he does things and has a skill set that's a nightmare matchup. A lot of guys can't do that. 2010 is just a regularity for him, but the way he gets it, you know,
Yo, Green, look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the long range.
Here in San Antonio, the Tower of the Americas, standing 750 feet tall in the center of Hemisphere Park. It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs. San Antonio, Texas. We bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kelly. In Greg Anthony. Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the 76ers. Young is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Greg Monroe. Then there's Ellis.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
So the San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Really left alone that time.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish is right on time.
Leonard, the pass to Parker. Dishes it to Aldridge. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. From 11 feet away. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now, Antetokounmpo playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. Young with no one around. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Leonard kicks to Green. Parker drives in. And he gets it to go. Parker's got his first basket.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Parker up top. He had 16 points in the win against Portland.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Aldridge. No good. Good defensive work there by Young. And here's the fast break. Shots good by Ellis.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Ran soft on the front of the rim and drops.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Thaddeus Young on the wing. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe at the elbow. And Young, here we go. Nice D from Aldridge.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Duncan. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Good work defensively by Monroe.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Parker passes to Leonard. From 10 feet out, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo, here's Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan, and they're sticking to it. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Baseline try. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Young dishes to Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 3. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Spurs ball.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Spurs trail by 3. Screen by Duncan. It's Parker outside. The shot will not go. The 76ers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Aldridge. To the inside, Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And Monroe kicks to Ellis. Clock at 6. Young in the corner. The three-pointer is right on target. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a five-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and into the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career, points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. Never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you add his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Now, here's Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Outside Leonard, beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Young's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And the pass to Antetokounmpo. Over in the corner, Ellis. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Off target from the wing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he gets the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The green ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Now here's Ginobili. This game he had 13. Back to Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. The Spurs rebound. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
No problem knocking that one down. 8 points for him.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Philadelphia with the ball after the miss from Tim Duncan. Inside and stolen by Aldridge. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. The 76ers leading by 5.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you look at looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
Here's Parker. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. And Parker, here we go. Here's Aldridge. Cannot hit. Good defensive work there by Young. Ellis outside. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. And feed the screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Embiid. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall. Despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season, came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
And Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
And that one's good. That's now 8 points for Aldridge.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Embiid the screen. The feed now to Young. Puts it up from 12, and the shot is good. Young's got 7 points in the game.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his 1 season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injuries. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
And now Philadelphia on the break. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. He's got 10.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Parker dishes to West. Pass to Leonard. This one for three. That falls. Nice feed that time for Ginobili. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And talking about Joel Embiid, there are some who feel the Sixers targeted guys in the draft last year who couldn't help them win games. One wonders at what point does it become anti-competitive.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Here's Ellis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead. Parker. And Spurs head coach, great confidence, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his... Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Boy, have they come out strong. Just some tremendous offense.
Guys fully in control and stroking it well.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Antetokounmpo. He's out there with McDermott. Jared Bayless is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. Mills with it. Just 5 on the clock. And Embiid pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Bayless's shot is off.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
McDermott with the double team. Ginobili outside. Takes the 13-footer. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Embiid with a screen on Ginobili. Feeds to Bayless. Down low. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from 14. Again, Philadelphia.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
There's a screen. And Mills kicks it to West. And he uses the glass on the way. West has got his first basket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off with a good screen, but still, as a defender, he's got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know, for the Spurs playing up tempo, I mean, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Leonard attacking, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance traveled as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement.
Good. And the 76ers lead by 20.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Rejected by Ginobili. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last.
Philadelphia ball.
On defense, the Spurs. It's an 18-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And there's the whistle foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in steals, fourth in blocks. They were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
Embiid with the screen on Ginobili. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the 76ers tack on two more.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Leonard attacking, cans the 12-footer. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
To the wing on the left, to the middle. Here's Embiid. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 76ers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of the game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the second free throw, good.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out. Fortunately for me, I don't have any.
Assist from Sean Kilpatrick. San Antonio with the timeout.
San Antonio calls timeout. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around. What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Here is Bayless, covered by Mills, and it's blocked. And here is Ginobili. He dishes it to Mills. Here's Marjanovic. Embiid comes with a double team. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by Kilpatrick.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's McDermott. From outside, off the mark. Spurs trail by 17. Passes it to Mills. Leonard with no one around. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Embiid the screen. Kilpatrick passes to Embiid. And the rejection by Leonard. Ginobili outside. Here's Marjanovic. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
Boy, it was a long year, and you were reminded of it every time you played this team. I mean, they never gave up a lot of points. They made you work for everything. And the points you did get against them were really hard-earned.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. Embiid, the pass to Kilpatrick.
I'm done.
He kicks to McDermott. Monroe with a screen on Leonard. 6 to shoot. And Monroe. On the assist by McDermott. 6 points for Greg Monroe.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And the basket by West. The 76ers leading by 15.
How about hard?
Kilpatrick.
Nigga, how about hard? Nigga, how about hard?
In Oklahoma City, and it's going to be a goaltending.
No, yeah, that's not the
call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for David West. There's the pick. Mills dishes to Aldridge. That one off the back iron and out.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Really left below that time. 8 points for Monte Ellis.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead. And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster. I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Aldridge a screen. To the right side. Here's Marjanovic. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds is San Antonio gains possession.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Monte Ellis. How he performed last season. He was around 19 points a game, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the other guys can just stay in their lanes.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. Shoots from the baseline. Shot is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Leonard's got the ball. Gritted up. doesn't go either for Duncan.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
From deep, but they get it back. Spurs trail by 19. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
A nice shot by Holder.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Young, good look.
Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Juro, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Medo é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais do que a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil dor, mil idioma, mil cor, tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. Legalité pour mon père, s'il vous plaît. Mil pra mim, mil pro select. Ma révolution é black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur que é. Ma terre me manque, c'est ma place. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com o necessário, sem ter demais. Verde mais, verde mais, verde mais. Família.
cœur, genre ça ira. Même un refrain qui vient de ces zones amochées. Noisy LESC, zone à noche, des vies décalées, des années. Que c'est l'alerte rouge comme condamné, d'étaler, s'en aller ou chialer, jamais. Plutôt qu'à l'aide, on entend crier. Pas année, ghetto couleur café, non c'est pas gagné. Si tu voulais taper, trop de barons, trop de casaniers qui tiendront baron de plus que ça ira, se dit le brave type comme le scélérat. Pour le sale, favelas, même sort, même idée. Qu'on s'en sorte à l'espoir, tous fidèles. Ah, San Paolo, zona noche, ça ira. Noisy LESC, ira. Si, ira. Oh, ira. Ghetto youth, faut pas stresser. Ici, MC d'AFF. Si. Oh.
Tous les ghettos savent que les ghettos salis n'empêche que ça ira. Tous les ghettos savent que les ghettos salis n'empêche que ça ira.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction. And here I go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I'm better under your reflection. But did you know, no, that's anybody else that's met ya. It's all the same glow. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me, we're the same force. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. We're going to be watching Joakim Noah in this one, former Defensive Player of the Year. What he gives this team goes far beyond what you see in the stat sheet, though. And Shaq, you used to go surfing with him in Hawaii.
Surfing?
Is this
Get
correct?
outta
Is this
here.
correct?
Yeah, we had to stop because, he's a wild child. I'm out there one day. He's behind me. I fall off. When I come up, his surfboard hits me in the head. I got a gash on my head. So no more surfing with me.
Oh, that's where that gash came from?
Yeah,
What?
from him. But
Come on,
yes,
man.
yeah, but he's my guy. What I like about him is his energy and presence on the floor rub off on everyone else on the team. He's an emotional leader, and the way he plays, it just motivates everybody out there. But no more surfing for me in this game.
Have you been surfing with Joe?
Never been, but I didn't know he was that team-oriented where he would just, be part of a surf crew. But that guy plays great on both ends of the floor. His passing ability, his leadership, what makes him different. But now his surfing skills makes him the best NBA center.
You really believe he went surfing with Joakim Noah?
I would love the video from that.
At small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 25, Tabo Cephalosha. At the center position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 7, Jared Sullinger. At the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Serge Ibaka. The other forward.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Nets. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Crawford out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Hayward. Then it's Marc Gasol. And it's Gibson in at the 4 slot. Clock is at 3. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Off his foot. And the ref says he
violation. Kicking ball.
Ball outside. He dishes it to Sullinger. Pass to Booker. Back to Sullinger. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Now here's Irving. After Gordon Hayward's miss. Back to Irving. The pass to Hayward. It's stolen by Sullinger. Pass to Paul. Wants to get it to Booker and does. A wide open look here for Ibaka. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ibaka's got the first points of the night for Detroit. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Crawford outside. Hayward kicks to Gibson. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Bulls on D. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Yeah, you know, they split the season series, Greg, and you look at it, was it matchups? Perhaps good fortune or luck? Tonight we'll increase the sample size by one game and see who comes out on top.
Now, here is Irving following the shot by Chris Paul. And Gibson kicks to Crawford.